370 coaches entered REBBL Season 8, the biggest season on record. Now, just 61 remain, all with their eyes on one prize. After a grueling season, their biggest challenge now lies ahead of them.
Nemo, no! Nemo! You were the chosen one!
Over the next 6 weeks, prepare to experience the highs and the lows of Knockout Blood Bowl. Drama is guaranteed. Welcome to the place where heroes are born. Welcome to the place where legends are made.
Yasin scores! You've done it!
Welcome to the REBBL Playoffs.
Belt dodge. Boy's dead! And Stinger Bell is dead as well! The two-layered convoy team is falling to pieces. Whoa! Fillet me gnome!
Why would you apple that king? It's a king!
Unbelievable jeffrey! Oh my
This
God.
is so tense! 2 plus pick up fails! New Year Norse are the champions! Right, hello. Again, everyone. Welcome along to a REBBL playoff match, would you believe it? And it's rats again. Primetime Nibblers, SeanMan versus Chabxxu. It's another GMAN versus REBBL. These rats pack a little bit more of a punch. Sunfire is only 2 seasons old. And already has 130 SPP. He had all of those skills bar Juggernaut after just 1 season. He is quite a remarkable Storm Vermin. Vomit Gut the Slayer there is alright. He's Claw Mighty Blow. He's not too bad, is he? But SeanMan packing a lot more skills than we saw from Luminous there. So this should be another interesting one. There is a natural one-turner as well in Tiny Paws.
Yeah, SeanMan has definitely a more even team. Luminous with Choco Chipmunk pretty much carrying the team on his own.
So, so VG Purist dropped us a host. Thank you very much for that. That happened technically during the last VOD, but we reset the VOD so that people who want to search for this game in particular can find it much more easily. Yeah. Steve saying that SeanMan is on his shortlist for likely Super Bowl champions this season. Well, that's one way to curse it. 1770 TV for the Primetime Nibblers, who were in the playoffs last season, but weren't able to go too far, but they've had another season of development. They topped Division 3, which was a hell of a tough division that included Andy Darvo, Sarah Moll, Steve, of course, as well. But he's up against the 1700 Chaos team, known as the Farm Animals, not to be mistaken with Animal Farm.
Yeah, the team that is actually good out of the two.
Yeah, not to be mistaken with Sace's team, Animal Farm. This is the Farm Animals and are obviously different. Or even though it's the same theme.
And pretty much the same team name.
Exactly right, yeah. But it's not as killy as Animal Farm, or the Farm Animals. We've got a couple of killers on there, but it's a little bit more hybrid, bit of this, bit of that, bit of pick and mix sort of team.
Yeah, this team is quite a balanced Chaos team. No player is very great outside of maybe the ball carrier. The Warriors are okay, but the Beastmen are fine. If you ever look at the Animal Farm, then you know that they have like 4 good Chaos Warriors and the rest of the team is complete and utter garbage.
Yeah, Animal Farm is basically like, how best to put this? They've been responsible for literally murdering every single meme that's ever appeared in REL. Oh, what's that? That's a legendary werewolf called Rod Longstaff. Animal Farm killed it. That's an ogre called Huge Jackman that we made a one-day tournament about. Animal Farm killed it. However, this is the Farm Animals, so they're a totally different team. And
they never... Well, the question is, if SeanMan gets Big Rat, like, the meme around Big Rat is being killed. Does that mean that killing the meme of Big Rat is not killing Big Rat?
You're asking questions that I don't necessarily have the answer to, Gerber. So, I don't know.
It's a bit too complicated for a simple human mind.
Chabxxu's record with this team is 17-5-8, which is none too shabby, you have to say. They finished second in REL 6, which was just behind Spoonybard and his Underworld team that went undefeated for the entire season. Though, has to be said that there were a lot of bye weeks in REL 6, so there was a lot of times that they have to sort of miss weeks. But
also, to SeanMan in chat asking me to not curse him. Did you pay the no curse fee? Because as long as you don't pay the no curse fee, I'm gonna curse you.
So it's actually interestingly not all that many Chaos teams in the playoffs this season. Compared to usual, anyway. There's Chabxxu, there's Steve, of course, and Stubings was in there. Findeco as well, but obviously the thing I've had over the past few seasons with the hype video round is lots of chaos, and there's only so many ways you can make a chaos warrior punch something.
Yeah.
Look interesting, you know? They only have like 2 animations, maybe 3. I've cycled through them all. Let's have some different teams in the quarterfinals. Not that I'm trying to suggest that I don't want Chabxxu to win the game. Sage is here, of course. I was wrong. There's loads of chaos. Ugh, okay.
Yeah, you bought one example. Therefore, there's lots of chaos. Everyone knows that's how things work.
Yes. Although Sage might be out, we don't know.
Yeah, I do not know. Like, yes, there are still like 5, 6 chaos, but compared to 10 chaos, at least it's how it feels usually.
Of course,
that's a lot less chaos. But we have more Nurgle, I think.
We actually do know if Sage is in or out, but we're not spoiling it, so in case anyone wants to
I didn't check.
I have checked. Sage might be in, Sage might be out.
Is it a 50-50?
He's either in or he's out. It's a 4+.
Yeah.
Right, so how are the prediction brackets looking for this one? And also, what part of the bracket are we in? Well, SeanMan and Chabxxu are up in the top bracket, and I can actually tell you who their opponent will be in the next round, because it will be Horny Cricket and the Necronomics.
Ooh, yeah, it is one of the bye weeks.
Indeed. So I can't spoil that one, because Horny Cricket has indeed managed to beat the bye week in the round of 64. Really impressive performance from him.
I still didn't play the bye week. I'm really afraid that I might lose.
Is it going to go to an admin call, is it, Gerber?
Probably.
Make sure you post. You have actually posted on the Reddit.
Yes, I did.
Top adminning. Well done.
So, posted first.
Anyway, let's have a look to see how many people have backed the Primetime Nibblers. It appears to be around 50. Nice round 50. Meanwhile, the Farm Animals, just a 16. So, based on the tip and competition, Primetime Nibblers, heavy favourites for this one. But the Farm Animals will have 70k in inducements plus 150k in the bank. They can afford to get splashy with the cashy, if that's the way they want to go.
Yeah. Stays, you are probably not part of the committee that decides things, because I'm pretty sure Hangzor did to make sure I win the bye week.
Yeah? Sure. Okay, so we've got a couple of minutes at the start, so it looks like they're away into inducements, so now's the time to grab yourself a beer and generally get yourselves hyped up for lots of claw players hitting each other, and presumably lots of things are going to die. And that's exactly what we want, isn't it?
That's a dream. The dream is a match where both teams end up with 0 players for next game. And it's obviously won by kicks.
We are not going to kicks. Okay. That's a spoiler, but hey-ho. That game is currently going on Hindus' channel, Mutants in Human Clothing versus Bloodthirsty Seaguard. It hasn't spoiled the result, but we can see that it is currently 1-1. I mean, the curse of Rother is basically just me saying that something's going to happen, and then it doesn't.
Well, that was my logic for my tipping competition. If I say that I think Luminous is going to win, I vote for the other guy, and that way I win because I cursed Luminous. Like, it's actually been rather good, surprisingly.
How long has it been since a team without Claw won the Super Bowl? I was going to say last season, but New Year Norse had a Yeti, so that doesn't count. Then before that it was Necro, and before that it was Skaven, and before that it was Chaos.
And then it was Dark Elves, so
Dark Elves,
Season 3?
Sand Dune, Season 3. That's actually a really, really long time.
Yeah. I believe, though, that Season 1 and Season 2 were also non-Claw teams. Because I believe Season 2 was Dwarves, and I don't remember Season 1, but it was Horny Cricket as well. I think...
Game is live, and, well, I think in season... To be fair, Season 1, Season 2, most of the Claw teams weren't actually released. Chaos were out, but you didn't have Chalks, you didn't have Necro at that point.
Well, you could say the same about Season 4 as well, but that didn't stop Sage from winning.
Well, true. So, the farm animals have gone into the bank and picked up a wizard for this one.
They showed respect to SeanMan, and we see them kick. Definitely the favorite.
It's definitely more a control Chaos team, this. That is a nice Chaos Warrior with Blodge Guard Stand Firm.
Yeah,
I don't think we gave that thing enough credit in the little look over the team there. That is a pain to get knocked over.
Well, it really feels like a Black Orc more than a Chaos Warrior, because usually you expect Chaos Warriors to be murder, and it's more like a Saurus or a Black Orc, which is more of a pseudo wall.
So, you level that, you get 20 SPP, you level that again, what do you take? Diving Tackle, if you roll a double?
Diving Tackle is really good on the doubles. You can take Prehensile Tail, Tentacle, if you want that style of play. You can also just take Tackle. Yeah, Tentacles is not the best on Strength 4, but it's still pretty good against Gutter Runners and Woodleaf Catchers, who are among the most annoying players that you really want to lock down.
Yeah, Horny Cricket did win the opening season with Lizards. Horny is the only two-time Rebel champion, and he's back in the playoffs again, looking to get the hat-trick.
Well, the winner of this match is definitely not going to make it easy. Teams are pretty scary.
It's interesting how many of the former champions didn't even make the playoffs this season. Sand Dune was nowhere near in the end with the Shadow Hill Cowboys.
Well, Sand Dune has not been in playoffs for a long time now. Ever since he moved to Big O, it has...
Wasn't Sand Dune in playoffs last season?
I don't think so, but possibly yes. I don't remember.
I think he got knocked out early, but I'm sure he was in there. And he was definitely in there 2 seasons ago because he got a hype video. Alright, so we got one Claw Mighty Blow on the front line. We are holding Sunfire back. Sunfire is the one to watch. This thing is quite often literally on fire.
According to Excess, he lost to Sage in round of 32. And I don't remember if... I don't remember that, so now...
We've got no stadium enhancement in play, so nothing to worry about there, which means all the kickoff events are available to us, and that's fun.
Yeah. All the fun kickoffs like throw a rock, pitch invasion, get the ref, blitz.
You can't stop a blitz.
Yeah, sadly. Or luckily if you're a Skaven coach.
2000 they got to run out on the chicken.
Chicken 2.
Frenzy Goat, so we're obviously looking to get that Juggernaut and various such things. He's going to be our designated surfer.
Well, it's really weird to have a Frenzy Goat, but you have so many developed players that the Frenzy Goat goes on the LOS on defense. That's how you don't get a good Frenzy Goat.
I think we found a target for Sunfire here, and it's a Blodge Goat. And he, well, tackles him down. Doesn't follow. Doesn't need to.
Break.
The sheep is away to graze on the grass of the sideline. One hit, one removal.
Yep.
Now, there's a foul on the tackle as well. And I wouldn't hate that with the dirty player.
Yeah, SeanMan does have a 2-man bench. And it's a pretty big foul with one removal. He can try to push an advantage here. But I would like to possibly pick up the ball before doing it.
I think so. But of course, Skaven gutter runners, you want to remove what is one of only 2 tackle players on the farm animals team.
Yeah. I'm not sure about putting one of your 2 only tackles on the LOS.
I'm also not entirely sure why the kicker's on the field. Why is the kicker on the field?
I don't know. That's probably a mistake.
Failed pickup, and to be honest, we'll see.
No,
Yeah, he doesn't re-roll that. Which means
That might be scary. That might be very scary if we see a snakes next turn. He might even be willing to reroll this pickup.
Did they change fan factor? 100% getting it on draws.
They didn't.
Not to my knowledge. Speaking of fan factor, SeanMan has the +1 fame for this game. Not seeing a Claw Mighty Blow Chaos Warrior Blitz, which suggests we're going to see a Claw hit on the kicker. Let's punish that, for it is silly to have him on the field.
Now you can even have a follow-up block if it's a push with the Frenzy guy, which is going to happen, or you can even take the hit with the Chaos Warrior.
We can push him around a lot.
Yeah, you have 17 blocks on him. If he doesn't end up knocked down, then something extremely wrong happened.
He ends up knocked down, but he does not end up knocked out.
Lucky for SeanMan. Losing the kicker for no reason at all, that would hurt, because kick is so good for Skaven. And Chaos is definitely a slow team that you can punish with kick. A short kick when they set up too deep, or just a deep kick when they don't have time.
Namto makes a good point that there is no need to foul when he literally just stands the goat back up to take a Claw Mighty Blow hit on the next turn. I'm surprised we didn't see a dodge out there, to be honest.
Yeah, I there is another Claw Mighty Blow. It's not like you make sure that the Claw Mighty Blow...
You only want to take one of them a turn.
Yeah,
and SeanMan laps it up.
No damage. Stay strong. But I very much feel like this block Chaos Warrior all alone in the front of the field is going to get claw to the face, and if he's not dead, he's going to get jumped on, and if he's not dead, he's going to get a boot in the face. Because it's so easy to set up a big gank foul if you need to, and it's a very nice target, one of the few Chaos Warriors of the team.
He is going to target the Claw Chaos Warrior.
I don't hate that either.
He went straight for Mighty Blow and Claw before he even considered getting block.
Well,
obviously apple pied it for a while, but we get away with it.
Well, you cannot reroll that because you need the reroll for the pickup.
He's considering the greed right now.
That's too... if you greed
the greed, then it doesn't work.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either as a reroll.
No. Now the pickup is way more scary. You might even not take it this turn. Because a 1 in 6 into the crowd, that could just go into the hands of the Chaos team and you lose the game before you even started.
He is a niggled Chaos Warrior. That is worth pointing out.
Yeah, but it's a 50% to knock him down, and you really need the reroll for the pickup right now if it fails.
Line Rat score on threat. Problem, instantly identifiable, is that our guard Line Rat is locked up against Frenzy.
Yeah, he's surfable, and if not servable, that's a free hit still. But like with a few assists, that's an easy serve. Although that Galter runner makes it a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it means he has to work for it slightly, but I'd certainly say it's doable. With Chaos Warriors knocking around.
Yeah, there is still guard around to make sure that is a thing.
So will SeanMan try this pickup all the way in the backfield? He will.
This feels really risky.
Oh, he has spooned it, you know, into the crowd.
Oh, it's out!
Gets away with it.
Well, not for sure, because there is definitely a way to put bodies on the ball now. Because if the guard, Chaos Warrior, or block guard, knocks down the line rat, and the frenzy guy knocks out the guard line rat, you can just blitz the storm vermin and have people on the ball, and possibly even pick it up with your own sure hands. This is really bad.
My Stays is not happy with that play.
Yeah, I really didn't like the reroll for the blitz. That's why you don't do it. Because then you have to not pick up. We might even see the lightning ball.
I was going to say there's a wizard in play.
Like, this is such a good position for the Chaos.
I don't think you need it, because you can open up the channel by just blocking down this line rat and use the frenzy to move out the guard.
That push saves SeanMan, I think. That push is the best thing that could have happened for SeanMan right now.
I might have committed a reroll to that.
Yeah, I would probably have rerolled that. Because you needed just a push on the guard line rat. You needed a knockdown there.
Oh, hello, here we go.
And that's a line rat. Gone. And dead. I really didn't like the reroll, and I think Chabxxu didn't follow up correctly. Maybe I don't know if the wizard was the right play there, but definitely do use the reroll for that hit. Because if you knock him down, you can just get bodies on the ball and attempt to pick up with sure hands. But instead we go for the niggled storm vermin.
And we get an injury! This is a big turn. MNG, I don't know if we can appo that at 50%.
That's a tough one, because that's a really good player, but 50-50 is also not the best. It doesn't. This is going very quickly, very poorly.
I gotta say, a lot of people said this was an underwhelming Chaos team, but it's been a great start for Chabxxu.
Who did you tip for this game?
I'm pretty sure I picked SeanMan.
I know I picked Chabxxu.
Oops.
Hello!
We got Jimmy Fantastic joining us for the evening.
Oh, welcome.
Bit of a chaos expert.
Thank you. Well, maybe we wouldn't go that far.
What do you made of this start?
He's the guy who played Chaos 1.
Yeah. I'm in the mighty Division 60.
What do you made of this start of the game? Some interesting decisions from SeanMan at points.
Yeah, I think if I was the Chaos, I would have gone for the Wizard maybe, because it just, like, obviously tempted to be greedy and not use it and try to steal it without using it. But on the other hand, it makes sure of it, doesn't it? Make sure of the steal.
No, you just get the ball there on your sure hands, and it's very tough to get it off you.
Yeah, I would have been tempted. I mean, he might just be saving it in case the Skaven turn him over on his own drive, which is fair enough.
To be fair, the 2 removals that he got is still great news.
It certainly is, yeah.
We might even see the Skaven be forced to score rather early this half because of how poorly.
I mean, Skaven don't really mind scoring so early so much, do they? So yeah, I think he'll be happy just to score at any point now.
I mean, there is technically a line rat scoring threat. I don't know how much you'd like to rely on a line rat scoring threat, but the threat exists.
The big fear of scoring quickly, that is now with 2 injuries, that means the 1 turn. So the quicker you score, the more turns the Chaos get to remove him, and he's pretty much your wild card to try and save the game if the Chaos do manage to bring it to 2-1.
I think we're likely to see the remaining Storm Vermin take a hit on the tackle Beastman, perhaps, or the Frenzy. One of those two. Just to try and free up a gutter runner. Obviously, they've got the dodge, but the tackle negates that on this left-hand side.
Yeah, going for the tackle seems good. 75% knockdown as well, isn't it?
I was wrong entirely.
Okay. He's going for the opening to try and push forward. Don't hate that, but there is definitely some risk to it. And he gets there at 4.
They are dropping like flies here. It's another MNG.
That's the bench of Chabxxu and SeanMan already.
I don't like the follow.
Well, I think the logic is you follow and try to push forward.
But he's going to get surfed. Because that's a frenzy goat.
Yeah, that's a bit greedy.
He's going to hit the goat, isn't he? Surely.
Hit the goat with the gutter runner. He's got guard in play. It's a 1 dice. He can make it a 2. But he also needs to recover the ball somewhere.
Yeah. It's not good.
He goes for the pickup with the...
Another one!
That's the 3rd one on pickups. He has to reroll it.
But can you now hand off?
No. You can't. It's just too risky. But you're not very safe if you fall back because of the tackle beastman as well. You might need to fall back and then dodge with the diving tackle gutter runner to stop the tackle beastman, which is very poor for SeanMan.
This has gone horribly. SeanMan does have 2 players on the bench, including a natural 1-turner. He'll be staying right there until he's needed. Fairly disastrous drive this for the Primetime Nibblers.
Like, even if you fall all the way back, 1 GFI for the basement to reach you, unless you do GFIs yourself, but without a reroll, do you really want to do GFIs with the ball? And you only have 1 reroll now. You cannot put yourself at risk for next turn as well.
I think the problem that he's got right now is that he doesn't want to do anything. But he has to do something.
I think he can stay more or less where he is, can't he? And dodge out the other gutter, but it's still horrible.
Yeah, like, there is going... Well, if you stay here, then the wrestle pig definitely will have a shot on you.
I think if he goes, like, northeast, and then oh no, he's just going ham. He's just going ham.
It's an approach, isn't it? This is not good.
That's not... Like, you really need the Claw Mighty Blow Warrior to push this line rat. Because if it's a knockdown, there is an easy hit on the ball with tackle and wrestle. But it's a push! And we don't see a reroll.
He can still get round. Can't he?
No. It's 1 too many GFIs. Unless you're willing to take the dodge, which is going to be a 4+. But maybe if you get some good damage on the Storm Vermin and the Guard Line Rat, you can open up on the other side.
I mean, there's a surf on here on the Guard Line Rat.
Yeah, and he did get the push.
Now, you don't push there because when you follow up on the second frenzy, yeah, that's the spot you go to. Otherwise, you would have put yourself in a surfable spot.
Now, he could still open up a path onto the ball after hitting the Storm Vermin, but he needs 2 assists. Well, he needs to counter the assist of the gutter runner first, and then hit the ball.
No, I still think it's on. Even if he gets a push, it's still possible. Oh, no, it's not because he's got sidestep.
Well,
although it technically is. He can double GFI round with the pig. and then not follow up that block if he rolls a push, and then he can still come in and surf the ball carrier that way.
Well, I don't think you can serve, but you can definitely get a hit on the ball if you move like the goat or the pig, like one above the two heads beastman. Then you get the 2 dice on the storm vermin to try and hit the at least. Technically,
you can surf, but it needs 2 GFIs from the pig to stand directly in front of the gutter runner with the ball, and then you'd have to come in from the lower angle to surf him out that way. Sort of, you'd be travelling northeast with this tackle beastman. 1 die
gets
pow.
a 1 dice pow. He could have made that a 2 dice. I don't like this. No reason to not counter the assist of the gutter runner. But now there's a path on the ball.
You can't argue with the results, and he's not going to go for the surf, but he is going to go for a tackle hit, and the tackle hit is
that's
good enough with wrestle.
Yeah, but the thing is, SeanMan can choose to turn over this. So SeanMan gets the first attempt to pick up the ball. I think he should have taken this with the wrestle player, so he has
that
the
works.
first chance.
Well,
oh, you get that.
That's a thing.
There's definitely a 2 dice that's rather simple to get on him, but your tackler and your strip baller are not into anything unless you really like some very difficult dodges.
Well, you can technically get your tackler in play.
Yeah, like if you move the diving tackle,
But
then
no, you
it's
can-
4+ dodge.
Yeah, you can. Oh no, of course the frenzy is on the other team. I'm being a moron.
If they have horns, they are on the chaos side.
Yes. What? Well, not necessarily. You can horn a gutter runner up.
But there is no gutter runner on this game. 1 dice is good enough with the gutter runner.
That has tackle for some reason.
Yeah.
Now he could score, and I think he has to.
That's 2 GFIs, but like you don't get out of range of the pig with the wrestle.
He has to run this in, and he does.
That was a very scary time.
SeanMan has scrambled to take the lead of this match.
I think Chabxxu got punished for using the tackle beastman instead of the wrestle tackle beast, because he could have chosen to wrestle, and especially with that result, if he got to move someone to just be next to the ball in the hands of the sure hand, like there was no way SeanMan would get a 1 dice even, and he could have just won the game from that alone.
Bucket Bong with 100 bits, thank you kindly. I think Squiggy's right, that was a proper rat touchdown where SeanMan eventually decided, well, best just roll a 5 and then pick the ball up and just run in, because I can do that.
Yep. Classic rats.
This has gone horribly wrong, let's just score anyway. But the 1 turner has to commit to the field now.
Yep. And 4 turns for the chaos to try and counter score. And the kicker is surprisingly still alive.
I'm going to ask you a question. And that question is, do you fireball those 4?
My answer is no, because I don't believe in fireballs. I'm going to ask you a different question. Why is the dirty player on the LOS?
Because the rookie is number 8 and... No, I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Maybe he really likes that one, I don't know.
Maybe someone in chat knows why.
No Amto calling the blitz.
Yeah, Steve.
Oh, disgusting.
Well,
It
the
never
sad
rains,
part-
but it pours.
Well, tiny paws can actually go onto the ball with 3G. And you can probably mark both tacklers to make sure that no one can mark him.
No
one
Amto,
can beat
mate,
him with
have
tackling.
you got the lottery numbers?
This is about as bad as it can go for
Honestly,
Chabxxu.
Chabxxu must be wondering what the hell he has to do here. He has done everything right. SeanMan has done everything wrong, and Nuffle is just saying, "Ah, we're giving
Hey,
this to
SeanMan,
rats."
click one turner, click ball. Easy win. But he even has 2 heads, so any dodge is really easy. And he has sure feet for the dodges.
Juggernauts it, because it opens up a gap.
Yep.
That is a nice Juggernaut, isn't it?
Yeah, and he now can easily mark the tackle and probably dodge a gutter runner to mark the wrestle tackle.
It's going to be a Skaven flood.
Yep. This is like the only good thing for Chabxxu is that the one turner doesn't have block. So maybe the ball carrier can blitz him, get a knockdown, and get the ball on his own. But then he's still going to be next to a lot of very scary gutter runners.
He's got sure feet, he's got sprint, he's got catch. He's very much designed to go and get this thing.
Wow.
Like it would only be better.
Why did you dodge through tackle?
Oh dear.
Well, that's the reroll gone, I
Why
believe.
did you dodge through tackle? Come on!
Massively. Do you reroll that? I think you do.
No.
But you can get a guy to get the ball with inbuilt reroll.
Oh man, that was terrible.
That's like SeanMan saying, I don't need discipline.
I'm not being funny, but for a guy who pretty much dominated a division that included Ceramol, Andy Darvo, all sorts of coaches like that, that's really basic misplay.
Yeah, it might be the pressure, especially after that very tough first half.
Double skull.
But we see.
Wow, that could be huge, couldn't it? He could have had diving tackle on the ball carrier, basically 2 tackle guys, and then caught it with a 1 turn. And instead, the 1 turner might be getting blitzed here. no, he can't.
Well, it's not a thing.
I'd foul that gutter runner just for its own stupidity, to be honest.
Well, it's a bit risky to foul a gutter runner. SeanMan still has the Apo, and the send-off means you go down to 10.
Dirty player's gone.
He's done a carriers. You can blitz the claw pump, in fact. Claw mighty.
Yeah, that probably is worthwhile. First of all, I would get the ball safe.
Yeah, sure, get the guard in a good spot.
It does feel a little bit like SeanMan was handed this game on a plate and decided he wasn't hungry.
Blitzing the kicker. I'm not sure if the kicker is better than just trying to get the last killer out.
I mean, it could have just been cyanide pathing, of course.
It could have been, but when you've got gutter runners, especially with movement 9, you've got to manually do it.
Yeah, you've got to be better at the game than that.
Yeah, you get used to the fact that cyanide like actively tries to give you the worst pass possible every single time. Like
It's to up the difficulty of the game.
Yeah, like to make sure Skaven is balanced, we are going to make new players make lots of 5+ for no reason whatsoever.
So it's actually Chabxxu, after all that, who gets to get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Well, there is still an easy way to get the diving tackle guy with, and if you get him on the both down, you can feel really smug about having Juggernaut, which that's the only point to get Juggernaut, really.
Just to feel smug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Juggernaut on the wrestle, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, 75% knockdown, and it's
It's a great
the best.
win.
Oh, we can go for the killer.
I don't like that. I think getting diving tackle on the ball is a lot, because a push would still be enough then.
I mean, you understand it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
has...
it's literally what I would have done if I was Chabxxu the other way around, but I don't know. Getting the claw palm on the wrestle tackle would have been great, I think. Well, I wouldn't have been so concerned about getting diamond tackle on the ball, but...
he has to one-dice this other claw palmer away, surely.
Definitely claw palming that guy would have been, but... Yeah, he's also all in for the one dicer as well. Risky business.
He could have put his guard in risk to make it a...
I think I would have put the guards in risk to make it a 2, actually.
Yeah, I think like your reroll is possibly more valuable than the guard, at least for now.
Not only that, but the guard's nice, but it's not as valuable as the fact that your killer's base. Your only remaining killer. Okay.
When that's a skull. Saved by that push, but a skull there would have meant not only the gutter runner is getting mighty blowed, the killer is getting claw mighty blowed as a follow-up, and you can even follow up with another claw mighty blow if it's a push.
Well, I'm not being funny, but there's a natural claw palm, or not a claw palm, just a claw mighty blow hit on the kicker, which opens up the killer to go and get the one-turner, who is literally stood right there.
Yeah, I probably would have... Well, there is still the up-point play, worst-case scenario for SeanMan, but I would definitely not put him right there.
Tough call, that, isn't it? Two dice on the claw palm, or 3 dice on the one turner.
I think you go like the one turner is definitely more scary.
Down goes the line rats. He's okay. The thing is, like, not putting that guard line rat in there, isn't that the purpose of getting guard line rats? So that you put them in there so that you have guard.
Like, if you get guard to protect the player because he's really good to be tough to replace him, that's kind of pointless.
Yeah, like, you get guard so you can use guard, right?
Yeah.
That's
and
what
that
makes
was
guard
exactly
good.
the time for guard. And not having a reroll might be painful for SeanMan here. As we see a knockdown on the one turner.
Third dice did it.
Classic AB7. Strong as iron.
It's such a typical result from hitting a natural one turner.
That's just what happens, isn't it? You sit here, you talk up what the right play is, and then you roll a double 2, and the one turner's absolutely fine.
Well, the question is, do you foul him? And I think even if it's not the biggest of foul, he's such a good player, and he's so scary for next half that you might as well foul him.
I don't know, I think he's got to field him, hasn't he, next half?
Yeah, there's no way now. There's no more bench.
Yeah,
Although there's one KO, but that KO came this half, yeah, so there's no more bench.
Yeah, I don't know. Jim fouls him out for a reason. I guess he does have a rookie that can reach it, doesn't he? So, only +1. I don't know, I don't like it with just a +1.
But, like, if you play the second half and you don't get the shot on him, and he ends up bringing it to overtime, you really feel bad.
Yeah, I think had he kept the cow adjacent to him, so he'd have +2 to foul, it'd been a lot better. But he's also got to protect the ball, hasn't he? Still, I mean, it's still Skaven. He can still roll some dice and get a 1 dice on the ball pretty easily, or 2 dice pretty easily.
Mean, I'd foul him, but that's because I don't like one turners. But
well, like,
it looks like it's not going to be the foul.
He's even scary for the ball right now. He has 2 hits, so as it stands, it can definitely be an assist for the ball hit rather easily, even when you completely surround him.
So the option play is the 1 dice with tackle, isn't it?
Yeah. We might even have the Dauntless walk closer, leap, and then take a 2 dice on the ball with the assist of the tackler and use the 1 turner as retrieval.
Well, the strip ball's useless because he's got sure hands.
Yeah, but you have Dauntless, so that's still really good because that makes a 1 dice into a 2 dice.
Got no rerolls though, has he? So he might just run back because there's GFIs and stuff to hit the ball.
Well, right now he's just taking hits on some random beastmen.
That hasn't actually freed up
anyone.
A player.
Yeah, I don't like. I would have blocked with the guard guy to free up the gutter runner, maybe, because then you could possibly use all your gutter runners to hit the killer.
I think chat were massively on board with the foul on the natty one turner.
Well, that's because they want dead people.
That is true. Yeah, I know my audience. They want things to die.
Yeah, I think 2 assists is a lot. It's a lot more tempting than with 1, personally. And he's still based around him, hasn't he? So it's hard for him to dodge him out.
He's basically
two
tackled
heads.
Tagged him with tackle, and there's a few.
Well, he still has a 2+ dodge out as it stands because of 2 heads.
Yeah.
Yes, it's from tackle, but it's a 2+ dodge out, and then it's a 2+ dodge without tackle anymore to just break away and be free.
But I mean, that could fail, couldn't it? You know, it's rolls and you haven't got a reroll, so.
That was bold. But it frees up. I think his blitz is going to come in on the rabbit again, the killer.
Yeah. Well, he needs to dodge someone from tackle to get the assist.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Of course, what that does do is allow him much simpler dodges out with the line rat and the... Although actually it doesn't make any difference to the gutter runner because he's 2 heads, but he can dodge into not a tackle zone.
Yeah, that means he needs only a single dodge instead of multiple dodges. Yeah. But it's still a 2+ dodge from tackle.
Not rewarded, and that killer is now just sort of roaming behind enemy lines here.
Yeah, he can hit pretty much anyone he wants because you don't have a way to screen people anymore.
You might need to tag him with the kick line rat if you can get him out. Just to stop him from running around and doing whatever the hell he wants.
This is a screen against the ball. Like, if the line rat dodges, like, yes, having a guy behind your...
Turnover.
That's a turnover. But this still is a rather effective screen. Like, Chabxxu definitely has an option to go to the center, but we might end up in a position where you are still going to need 2 GFIs next turn.
Yeah, he's got a blitz master splinter, hasn't he? And then goes through that
centrally.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, neither GFI this turn or next.
Sensibly setting up a score and threat first. That's fair enough.
I think I would have taken the line rat as SeanMan first, just because if that line rat does dodge, it's going to be nearly impossible to go through the screen. It wouldn't force dodges from the Beastman at least.
Doesn't go with the killer, does get a 3 dice with tackle, and that is why you go with tackle.
Yeah. Lots of defender stumbles. No break, these gutter runners are really
frustratingly strong at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. Like, I don't always claim that gutter runners actually have armor 10, but this really feels like gutter runners have armor 10.
I know I already put that Beastman because like the sheep, because while he's kind of out of the way, he's got Skaven, so you can still tag him. He could have used him to make the cage, couldn't he?
Yeah, I would have liked to see him not so far, because yes, he's your scoring threat, but how do you get the ball to him if you need him to be the scoring threat?
Well, he can move 6, but we've asked him to only move 4, so we're giving him the day off essentially. I don't know if he's planning to just like wang a pass over there right now or what, but
yeah, like this
he's
doesn't
passing
feel
it.
like a cage.
He's passing it. And
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Pass it.
He's not passing it. No, he's not passing it, is he?
Like the natural one-turner can just reach you there without even trying.
He's not passing it because that would be mental.
Yeah. Like where the claw mighty blow is, that's where that dodger guy could have stood, and then you would have had a full cage here.
Yeah. Now it's going to be a bit open. That will give SeanMan a chance.
He's got 2 rerolls though, so
GFIs,
I guess it's
yeah.
not too scary making the GFIs.
Well, it's not only that, but in theory, a knockdown on the bull, the stand Chaos Warrior, will still open a path to the ball. I don't think he should have based there. Yes, it's protecting the Wrestle Beastman, but there is so many gutter runners around that probably there is a way to get a hit on the ball because of that, or at least put diving tackle on it.
I understand him locking the guard down.
Like the base. No need for it, was there?
Like, especially because the hand, the blodge gutter, could just wrap around for an assist on him with a few dodges. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just get a diving tackle on the ball here if SeanMan wants it.
I think you tied up the guard because there's potentially a hit on his wrestle tackle with Juggernaut. And obviously he might need that tackle to wipe out any diving tackle, blodge step that might come his way. But maybe I'm giving him too much credit.
Yeah, I feel like this was more of I want to protect this because he's good over I think I'm going to have diving tackle on my ball. Because the best way to deal with diving tackle is never let it reach your ball and have a bigger cage.
I mean, he's got the whiz in his back pocket as well, hasn't he? So that he could always use.
Yeah, the old break glass in case of absolute emergency here.
Yeah, but you really like it's scary to use the wizard now.
Really, he wants to keep that wizard for the second half in case you get a magic Skaven turnover and run away.
Yeah, because those always happen. And we see a knockdown on the rabbit too. And it's going to be diving tackle on the ball.
Yeah.
Might even have some shots to try and make sure there is no easy tackle hit on that guy. So it's going to be a lot of hits until you remove him with the sidestep.
So it looks like even if he does get him cleared with the blitz, he's still going to need to make the handoff play as well. That is a very useful one dice pow.
That's huge, because that means the lineup is just going to pretty much make sure that only one player is free to try and remove that gutter runner for the ball. And even after you remove the gutter runner from the ball, that's not enough.
What do? Do you mark one of the Chaos Warriors, or do you mark up the tackle player again? To prevent him from just dodging out.
I think you mark the Chaos Warrior and the Prone Killer, because that way you make sure that the Blodge Beastman cannot really come around and help in some way against the diving tackle, because you block his path. So it leaves the Guard Warrior open, but you're okay with that.
Or you one dice him and skull it.
That works as well.
Well, that's not how you protect your guard line rat either.
Well,
I've been tempted of balls here.
Yeah, that's like the thing is you're not going to get more than one attempt at removing this diving tackle from your ball, and a 3+ dodge from tackle that will be followed up by more dodges. Actually, it's a 4+ dodge from tackle.
I should also point out that you could fireball 3 gutter runners. That is possible.
Yeah, but like,
but he hasn't.
Fireball can go horribly wrong.
He's got another. He's trying to free up the wrestle tackle. He's got another shot to do it, but it's frenzy.
Yeah, frenzy can be a bit risky, but he gets the pow.
Right. Chat's saying that you should have used that spare line rat to mark the score and threat the blodger.
Well, I don't think there is any world where you actively decide to hand off, because the ball carrier, like, always is going to have safer things.
Handoff's the play, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, handoff is the play. He's not getting through there, really.
Well, if you knock down the diving tackler, you can do 1 dodge and that dodge has a reroll, and 2 GFs are better.
Oh, yeah, 3 2+, yeah. You can do 3 2+.
3 dice, finds the pow.
Yeah.
But the both down would have been good enough with wrestle anyway.
But the knockdown might get some damage in.
So it's a 1 in 9 to hand off, isn't it? Whereas you've got a 1 in 9 dodge plus a GFI or 2, so you do the hand.
It's not. You have 2 heads, so it's a 2 plus dodge.
Oh no! Well, the
I think we're gonna
Apo
see
is
the
still
Apo here.
there. Oh, and the Apo is not good news.
That's possibly still alive, but probably not good at all for SeanMan.
No. That is a movement bust.
That's a massive hit for Chabxxu there. So yeah, the options are the 3+ handoff or
I would go for the handoff. And I'll tell you why. He's 90% to score with 2 dodge and 2 GFIs. And he's 89 to score with a handoff. And you can't die on a handoff.
That was exactly what I was going to say, Jimmy. You cannot die on a handoff.
Yeah, but if you don't score because of the 1%, then the Skaven are laughing because they probably...
Yeah, but you also just
here.
killed their gutter runner, so you can laugh too.
Yeah, but you lose.
Also, 3 SPP on the sheep is nice. He's then a pass away from a level.
True, but the dog is also pretty close to leveling as well.
Also true.
I say go for the slightly better play to win, because winning is all what matters.
He's going to go for the handoff.
What do I know about Blood Bowl?
Absolutely nothing. The handoff fails. Reroll. It's good.
Aww.
A 6 bang on cue, and it's 1-1 going into half time. Different ball game now that the dive and tackle's dead.
Yeah, it's a big removal for Chabxxu there.
In fact, on the whole, I think Chabxxu would be delighted with that first half. We've got rid of one of the killers. We've got rid of the dive and tackle blodge step. We're 1-1 and we get the ball, and we've still got the wizard.
Yeah, and you got the Apo down as well, so no, like, if you remove the one turner, it's permanent now.
Even better, the KO stays out.
That's 2 men down for SeanMan.
And 3 LOS blocks with Claw, Mighty Blow. Although Claw doesn't do much.
Yeah,
Mighty Blow certainly does.
Like, the fear still is, even if I score, there is still a natural 1 turn. Score, goes to overtime, Skaven win the toss, natural 1 turner still can score.
Oh, he's left the kicker on the front line. And left number 8 again off the front line.
What is with this line? Why do you like him so much, Sean?
Throw a rock at the gutter runner. Knockout.
That's painful.
That's massive. That's the wrestle strip gun. Chabxxu's game to lose right now.
Yeah, the ball right in the hands of the Beastman. Because no kick, because he was on the LOS for no good reason whatsoever. Unless you really like this Ratstone guy.
I hate to say it, but SeanMan isn't playing well.
I definitely feel like the nerves is reaching him. Like, this is bad and it's only going to go down. His only saving grace is the natural 1 turner into winning the toss in overtime, but that also might not be enough.
We're running out of players to the point where we're probably just going to be able to chase the natural 1 turner around the field. Or, yeah, you just bolt it.
Yeah, we very much might end up with a turn 15, just bolt the 1 turner and gank foul him, hoping that he dies.
I wouldn't wait till turn 16. I'd do it as soon as I could.
As soon as you know you can get a foul on him.
Yeah, as soon as there's a worthwhile foul, absolutely.
Because at this point, like, I'm very doubtful about Skaven getting in the way. They got 1 killer and a few line rats.
The thing is, we've seen SeanMan playing big games before. He won the Cripple Cup final where he basically just stabbed my team to death.
Ooh, I'm not sure about that handoff, because there is no more any street ball in play. So you could have just kept the ball on the wrestler.
Yeah,
and the failure there could have been very devastating. With
how to burn a reroll?
Well, it could have been worse, because if it bounced to the one of the warriors and then bounced again, that could have been very, very bad.
Guess who's running away?
I would have saved the handoff for the that block warrior, isn't it? Levels it into 18.
If you hand off, might as well do it to someone who is really valuable to level.
Oh, no, 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 no. The lamb has been put to the slaughter, I'm afraid. He's gone.
That's one chaos down, but that's not going to be enough. You need a lot more than just that. And Killer also running as far as he
Honestly,
can.
SeanMan essentially concedes this second half, tries to natural one turn, and then hopes he wins the toss and does it again. That's the only way he wins this game, as far as I see.
The one-turner is not the best, but it's very good still. He can still fail it though. And even if he wins the toss, he can still fail the score again. This is very much not looking SeanMan. Despite him having arguably a much better team to start with.
This may not be the most sort of tactical second half.
Yeah, it's pretty much the floor is safe, so we stay on the floor and hoping that you don't kill anyone important.
I genuinely think that Chabxxu will just put a screen across the whole field here and then start hunting down that natural one-turner.
Yeah.
Line rat first.
Yeah, one by one.
Oh, it's a number 8. This is the one he loves so
No,
much.
if he dies, I think SeanMan might concede. This is his favorite player, I'm pretty sure.
Well, at the moment, we could technically surf the one-turner, but I assume he'll move.
Yeah,
Actually, with the frenzy in play, you'll need to be careful of that, SeanMan.
Well, I'm very much expecting him to blitz the frenzy, because the frenzy is an easy blitz target. He's alone, and you can blitz him and run away.
There's a pow.
But
On the
you're
chicken.
Yeah, you're not going to be very much safe.
Chicken stunt. And we're just going to essentially give up the entire right side of the field.
Yeah. And we're going to give the option for a hit on the killer and possibly a hit on the one-turner if he's willing to GFIs.
Chabxxu's just going to look to pick them off one by one.
Yeah. Just go for the killer, then go for the one-turner. Safe to run.
What he wants to do is move the... I would have moved the tackler right to the right flank, move his other tackler all the way over to the halfway line, and then you very much box the one-turner in. There's nowhere he can go where he's safe. Another pow. Killer on killer.
On Sunfire. But he's safe.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to catch the one-turner, isn't it, with him being moved to 13. So,
If he really wants to run away, then he runs away. Like, the thing especially is, if you like commit to the front, we might see SeanMan run away and then...
Right now, though, there is nowhere that one-turner can go where he's out of range.
But you can definitely try to screen him off with the other gutter runner, which is better than nothing.
So, yeah, run over there. Hope for the best.
Are in range of both tackle players, but they will need GFIs.
yeah, Steve's absolutely correct. Yeah, should have just made the cage with the blodge guy should have been part of the cage and then blitzed randomly. I mean, he wanted to put the strength 4 warrior to base him though, didn't he? I understand why.
Might be. He is going for the killer with this dodge, and that might get a guy on the ball.
Might agree to reroll. No, doesn't.
A good question for chat. Is this turn going to be ball time? The foul isn't going to be the best, but...
Well, the thing you've got to remember is that, as we've said, the only way we think SeanMan wins the game is to one turn on turn 16 and then to win the toss on one turn again. If he's doing that, you cannot bolt him. You actually won't get an opportunity to bolt Rat.
Yeah. Especially if the wizard is still in play, you just go for the one turn, even when you have in one turn to do it, because the wizard is just too scary.
We've actually got a bit of pressure coming in here.
Oh, he's letting blitz the one turner though with wrestle tackle. Just move the cage over. Blitz
well, it's still 2 GFIs. You might as well do it with the blodger, because wrestle isn't a damage on the gutter runner, but block is, because he is only dodge, no block on him.
Yeah, so, but then you can foul him more easily.
Knocks down Sunfire, who remains...
It's better for the foul, but the 2 GFIs might be scary. Especially, like, if you do fail those 2 GFIs, things can go very bad.
What this does allow is for the one-turner to peg it up the field right now.
This is saying I don't want you.
He's focusing the killer over the one-turner, which is unusual, because the killer isn't going to win SeanMan the game.
Yeah, like, if SeanMan wants, he can stand up the kicker, move the line that is deep in the chaos half onto the frenzy guy, and just run, and he's safe. No one can blitz him.
That right there, number 4, the one-turner, is the only player that's going to win SeanMan this Blood Bowl match.
Well, if he has no one to hand off the ball to him, then you still win. But that's not the case right now.
Yeah, not if you get 2 touchbacks.
Yeah, but I wouldn't bet on 2 touchbacks. See the last gutter runner running away.
Well, you need a scoring threat.
Well, you already had a one-turner. So yeah, I think Chabxxu gave up an opportunity to try and get this one. But we might still have a shot on him with the guard warrior, because he decided to dodge to protect the kicker instead of just accepting the hit to protect your own one-turner.
Hinders
3
bringing in
dice
the
and no
house.
foul, or 2 dice and then go for a foul.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Here's the opportunity.
He's going to be a GFI. You might see him 3 dice the gutter runner and then foul the killer instead.
What do you foul the killer with?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Here we go. There's a POW.
Yeah, that's a knockdown on Tiny Paws. The removal here will be really good, but as always, armor 7 is the best armor.
Oh, he was one short, you know. Oh, he's going to foul with the blodger. He's really valuing removing this killer.
Don't think the killer is as scary as the one-turner.
Well, he's stunned.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, if he thinks he's won, then it makes sense to focus the killer, doesn't it? But yeah, natural one turn is pretty means that the win is definitely not guaranteed at all.
Yeah, like, especially when he has so many good skills for one turning. He has 2 heads to it. He has catch, and there are still gutter runners to give the ball to him. One being on the field and one being KO'd.
There's certainly a big klaxon going off in my head that says natural one-turner remains on the field. I probably need to do something about that.
Yeah, like, he's just too scary and too uncontrollable. Like, you can just lose to him alone
without even having a turn to do anything about it.
You can like cage him up now.
Like, you might even not standing up, because that way you cannot be lightning. And as long as you keep players on the Chaos War, that foul is going to be very poor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not.
I like-
He's not going to stand him up. You are exactly right.
Like, the floor is safe.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would take this no assist foul on the one turner every, because you don't need that warrior.
I guess he's just got to. Well, no, he can move some guys back to help next turn.
Yeah, like especially with the pressure pulling back, you anyone that isn't a mandatory part of the cage goes back to help, but you don't have the time.
Such a bizarre second half.
It's really weird that getting the one turner knocked down actually protects him.
Yeah, well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because you take that one chance that his armor doesn't break the first time, and it's like, right, okay, I'm staying here.
Yeah, especially when it's not Mighty Blow, and he was so keen to foul the
Number 8 survives.
best line rat. Like he knows that this line rat is rolling like plus strength, because that's why he's protecting him.
Imagine. I mean, I don't even think SeanMan is going to take an action here.
Well, I would screen a foul from on the one turner from the Chaos World.
Yeah, screen them
mine.
like a loose screen so you can't get fireballed.
Like
You can't get attrition fireballed.
like even like blitz that warrior, because why not at this point?
So were you suggesting you fireball your own cage here to show dominance?
Okay.
It's an approach.
Well, T-Self, you could also try to level the block warrior. I wouldn't hate going for that level.
Yeah, like he definitely could have gotten a better handoff than to the ball carrier.
Yeah, that thing is nice, but doesn't really need to score.
It's going to score so many more times in his career, and he's like 2 scores away from the final level before Legend. And you don't like think about Legend at this point.
3+ dodge, 2+ GFI, no assist foul.
I would take it,
Just
but
when
I
he
don't
thinks-
think Chabxxu thinks
Just
it.
when he thinks he's screened him off. The old
Can
rope
even, you could have even blitzed the line rat to avoid the dodge. I would have. I don't like this. I think he disrespects the natural one turner and how good being on the floor is.
Yeah. He's you're concerned he's going to be punished for this.
Yeah.
Foul.
All on the killer.
Sunfire is knocked out.
KO'd. And that's. He's still not dead, and he's not going to matter much for the next half. There are definitely enough players to be able to field an LOS, put the one turner on the sideline, and hand off to him to score. And there are plenty of free rolls to do that as well.
There's enough players
Keeping all
because
three.
there's still a gutter runner on the field.
Yeah.
Therefore, there's
And-
enough players.
And you have 3 to field on the LOS.
There's
which is
4
also
KOs.
important.
Now, statistically, you get 2 of them back.
And another one next time.
And then, statistically, one of them is a gutter runner, one of them is the Storm Vermin. Chances are you'll probably get one of those back. There's only one possible scenario where you get the 2 line rats back. Assuming
Well,
you get 2.
The thing is, the line rat and the
How does
storm
he set
Vermin-
up Omen's LOS? I guess he has to.
Just man the line.
Yeah.
Well, it's still going to be, especially if the guard line, like he might be able to deal with it, even with like 6-7 players. He just has the right amount, and he can even target the killer here. Cause
Oh, hang on. We can send our tackler forward to have a go at... Mind, there's been a lot of pushes this half.
Yep.
Go on, one single GFI with that tackler. Okay, he's screening
Well,
it
I
off
wouldn't
now.
foul turn 16, because if you
Yeah,
fail,
that's brave. Yeah, you're right, that's brave.
like that's a third, like a 20
No,
or 30%.
technically, if Chabxxu doesn't score next turn, then SeanMan isn't scoring on turn 16 either.
Yeah, but you're more likely to have
Shut
him
up,
fail the
the
one
logic's
turn.
fine.
Well, yeah, if you kill him, then he cannot one turn in overtime, and then the
That meme of the guy pointing at his head.
yeah.
That's just a standard 2 dice, but it's a POW.
I'm not sure why wouldn't you just blitz with the killer for the
I don't know.
mighty blow.
But the farm animals have the lead on turn 16, and now it's basically in Nuffle's hands.
Will SeanMan make 2 natural one-turners alongside winning the toss to ruin Chabxxu's day and make him feel really stupid that he didn't foul that gutter runner?
How many KOs come back? 1. But it's the killer. Frenzy stays out.
Yeah. That makes the All Man's plan really weak because there is only like that's not enough to cover everything in the back even.
Yeah. No, that's not enough players, mate. You're going to need to spread them out more than that.
Yeah. That means 2+ dodges for the 2 heads.
Yeah.
That's easy town.
I mean, we're in a whole world of 2+ here.
Yeah.
Like,
you cannot even...
Nah, that's stupid. There would have been a chance if the killer hadn't come back. He would have had a bit without blocking stuff, wouldn't he? But now that he's got the killer, you can't really go everyone else.
Like, with the KO not coming back for the chaos, they cannot even force you. Do you dodge from tackle or do you dodge 3+ on the first dodge?
Well,
because they don't have the players anymore.
The other thing here is that Chabxxu may never get a chance to use that wizard.
Yeah. 2 turns of Skaven scoring, that's the nightmare, really. And it's looking very likely.
I mean, that defense is weak, but there's very little else he could do given the players he's got. You can't set up a fancy 1-turn defense against a natural 1-turner.
And when you're missing 2 players as well.
Because if you put anything in blitz range, you just blitz it out the way and you've got a hole, so you don't need to roll any dodges. So there's very little he can really do.
Yep. Like,
you just sit here and you hope he rolls a couple of 1s.
Or you pray for perfect defense, because perfect defense allows you to do something. Blitz, no. I would have liked to see him set up forward just to have the blitz chance, because you don't really rate the dodges to save you. Like, a blitz is more likely to happen than the dodges failing, which is weird odds, but it's probably, like, it's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much perfect defense, or a really lucky deep kick to force more dice, because otherwise it's a 2+ pickup.
No. You see, I tell you why it's fine. Because if he rolls a blitz, he can bolt him.
No, you cannot wizard in a blitz.
Can you not wizard on a blitz?
I'm pretty sure you cannot wizard in a blitz.
I don't know. Can you?
I'm pretty sure you cannot wizard in a blitz. Because it's not really a turn.
Well, okay. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, anyway, there's the kick. It's an extra reroll for Chabxxu.
That's not going to matter much. But the kick is good enough to force 1 additional 2+. Yeah. Or a pass. So 2+2+. With no inbuilt rerolls, but a team reroll.
Pure trolling there.
Yeah.
Okay, first 2+ is good.
Yep.
For what it's worth, might as well do the pass. Can't die on a pass.
Yep.
Okay, we're all good.
Catch is good, so...
Click on end zone.
3 2+ dodges and 3 GFIs with an inbuilt reroll for both. And
here
a team reroll is needed.
Down the sideline. Oh, now dodge is gone. But he's in.
Still didn't even need a team reroll. That 1 turn is so likely to work. It's pretty much do I roll a 1 in 36 on like 8 2+s. And this time it's no.
If he wins the toss, he gets to do it all again, and there's very little Chabxxu will be able to do to stop him.
Yeah, it's pretty much...
Because he didn't bolt it. And now there's 3 more players.
The toss here can win the game. And...
coin toss decides this. Quite literally, coin toss decides this right now.
And Chabxxu doesn't get the player back. SeanMan might even be able to defend it because his players came back. That's insane. SeanMan might be in a good position regardless.
The coin toss has been won by Chabxxu. So at least we have a game.
Yeah, we definitely have a game with the KOs. Because SeanMan is missing 1 guy and Chabxxu is missing 2. SeanMan has numbers. How did that happen?
10 versus 9. Unbelievable.
Like that, what? And SeanMan isn't even fielding number 8.
Number 8 is on the line.
Like, what has happened? This doesn't make any sense. This is really bad for the Chaos still, even with a wizard, I say.
So the coin flip has given Chabxxu the chance.
Yeah, but still not
to
very
win this
good.
game. But he needs some removals now from these LOS hits.
Yeah, the Chaos coming back and his Frenzy guy not waking up into like, that is painful.
I think Karma's Echo asking how much luck there to have the numbers for SeanMan. Well, it was 3-4 pluses. You know, you'll get 1 or 2 normally.
Yeah, like SeanMan had 4 KOs and 2 KOs attempts, and Chaxxu had 1 KO and 2 KOs attempts. So Chabxxu was unlucky, rolled the 1 in 4 to not wake up. SeanMan was rather lucky, but he is expected 3 to come back out of the 4. So most of the time he's like 1 man down or equal.
I think a very interesting question to ask here is who deserves to win the game?
Well, no one deserves anything. Nuffle decides.
Okay, that's a cop-out answer.
It is.
I don't think SeanMan deserves it the way he's played. I don't think he's played very well at all. I'll say it.
Well, I think Chabxxu also played like super disrespecting pretty much the only good part of team that was left at the second half.
Very short kick.
And it's a high kick, but there's a guy under the ball and catches it. Now, that's a good way to make sure the Claw Mighty Blow isn't blitzing.
Yeah, okay.
It's an effective strategy.
That's one way to take out a Claw Mighty Blow hit, you're right. Number 8 getting hit with Claw Mighty Blow, though.
Also, with the Strip Baller still in play, you're kind of forcing Chabxxu to do a handoff, which can go very bad.
Well, they're both in overtime with 3 rerolls here. Such was the state of that second half.
Yeah, like, pretty much nothing happened, and it was like, I take a hit, run away, you go and score.
He hasn't protected the ball first at all here before randomly throwing these blocks.
Yeah, you need to respect what's calls, even if it most of the time will never happen. But when it does...
Yeah, because that one time it does happen, you lose a Blood Bowl match.
Just bang the head on the wall.
Nope, we'll take a blitz.
On the kicker.
And we'll power him.
Yeah, push him into the Chaos Warriors, I like that. I'm not sure about leaving that lone Chaos Warrior.
He's gonna hand off.
You have to, like, the Dauntless player can just reach you no matter where you go and strip ball.
It's good.
And it's good.
That was a nervy dice roll. So, interestingly, we still haven't bolted. Welcome along, Weewa. It's a tense game, this one. Although both coaches have misplayed
At least once.
Quite a bit, actually, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I think Chabxxu played a bit better. But I don't know, I really don't like not fouling the one-turner. Because killing one-turners is always good. But because that was the only out for SeanMan, and it worked. And it was so likely to work with 2-head, sure feet, catch, and you're not going to be able to field 11.
I mean, in hindsight, turns out he needed the Chaos Warrior.
Yeah.
Although he might be down 1 anyway here.
Well, the question is, if the Chaos Warrior would have KO'd that Gutteran and he wouldn't have waked up, then that's a fair trade.
He's not going to pile on that, is he? No.
Yeah, you need players available so the Chaos don't, like, go all in for a play. Because that's your only tackle remaining, I believe. And it is a blodger with your hands holding the ball. You do have wrestle, but you prefer to use the blitzer if you can. Well, English is not my native language, as you can probably guess from my accent. And if you have any problem, then deal with it.
I think... Oh, as we see a failed line rat dodge from the kicker. He's okay, though. I was going to say, I think, obviously, we know the winner of this. One of these teams is going into the round of 32. And we know they're playing against the Necronomics, who are... That team itself is a former champion team. Never mind the fact that Horny Cricket's won it twice. Do we... Surely both coaches would need to improve massively to be able to win that game.
Yeah, like SeanMan lost 2 important players for next game, both the Storm Vermin on the Nigel and Scooter the Gutter Runner on the minus movement. So, not like SeanMan is not going to be in top shape for a very difficult match, and Chabxxu's team, I don't think it's developed enough to deal with such a good Necro team from Horny Cricket.
Chat is playing the Guess Gerber's accent game. This one always ends well.
I'm pretty sure like half of the chat knows the answer, but is just having fun claiming random.
Are you from the moon, Gerber? Oh, no. No. Close. Here comes the killer, targeting the dirty player line rats and rolling yet another push. But we can have another go.
Get the follow-up block. And he gets knocked down on the second block.
Much more like it.
The break. I've only stunned. Ooh, there's tackle on the one-turner. But where is he going with the ball?
Well, surely the killer's just going to come over there and kill him.
Yeah.
For that.
Like, the only way it's not happening is if Chabxxu is going very deep right now, but safe position. Feels like very likely SeanMan will at least have a 1-dice attempt with the wrestle strip ball.
I was going to say, he's setting up what can only be described as a screen right now. And against this team, that
Doesn't
feel
kill.
Massively safe.
Yeah,
He's got a leap into a Dauntless for a 1-dice with strip ball
well,
now,
you
but
can
strip ball doesn't
even
matter.
run around with the one-turner to make it a 2-dice if you counter-assist the blodger.
He does have more players to move in, though. This is better.
Might still have a shot for that. If you dodge and then leap, you can still get that hit. But it means basing a Claw Mighty Blow player with someone, which is a bit risky. This feels unsafe, to say the least. Because there is definitely a 1-dice and even a 2-dice attempt here.
You've got to say that with the ball and with the wizard, this is still massive advantage Chabxxu. Now he's not blitzing with the killer, so that tells me he's going in here.
Oh. I wouldn't have gone for 2D on the ball. I would have just blitzed that tackler, I think.
He's going all the way
He's
around.
going for the 1-dice on the ball, not the 2-dice. He gets a knockdown and the
Wrestle. Wow, okay.
He's in position. But that scatter is the best scatter for Chabxxu. You might even see SeanMan dive anyway, just because he has to.
Click on ball, hope. Stand all your line rats up.
Yeah, at least 2 of them. And maybe leave the third one for a cover-up dodge later.
It's only the first dodge is set to tackle. And
there is 2 heads in play, but the pickup is going to be difficult. Yeah, the scatter is definitely a lifesaver. If it went anywhere else, 2 tackle zones is a lot more manageable. And it could have been on 1 tackle zone only, and possibly even no tackle zone if it bounced on the gutter runner that blitzed.
Yeah, he does have to go through a lot of tackle right now. Although he hasn't used the reroll. Anyone ready for some Skaven gutter runner nonsense?
Like the 2 heads here is definitely allows the option to consider some crazy plays, but he might not take them. He's not waking up the line rats first. I don't like that.
I don't think he's going for it, is he?
I don't think you can go for it when you didn't wake up the line rat. Yeah, if you do pick it up, it's a bit awkward, but maybe the play is after the pickup you go up and you try to throw the ball far away from the Chaos team so that two things can happen. If they don't deal with your natural one turn, he's just going to run at the ball because he's faster than the Chaos. And if they do deal with him, they're just going to waste like four turns to return to this position, and you can maybe bring it to kicks.
SeanMan deciding that one wasn't achievable. Now, the interesting thing is that Chabxxu could actually win the game on the next turn.
But it's
We
going
need
to
a
be...
GFI to mark up that tackler, I think.
I'm not sure about leaving him open, but I don't think Chab will go just a bit too risky, because it will be a pickup and the handoff.
Well, if he
for
makes...
2 GFIs.
I mean, if he makes the pickup, no questions asked, he might go for the handoff. If he uses a reroll on that, then he can at least afford to recage.
Well, the big fear is if you do fail the handoff on the wall, things are really bad.
I just think he'll pick it up and then gang foul that. But I didn't like the hit for the cutter, to be honest.
Oh, no reroll and an injured guard.
Ooh.
He'll be back for the next one.
It's huge cage here, and this whole team can cage here, apart from that one warrior. Massive gang foul.
Who do you foul with again? No questions asked. Instant blitz from the...
On to the favourite line rat, Ratstone.
I can understand why he's the favourite, actually.
He's Iron.
Incredible habit of not dying.
Yeah, but wouldn't you put him on the LOS if he's unkillable? Because that way it's like one of the LOS hits is free, because you never die.
What's he doing?
I don't think he's going for the score this turn. A fail on the catch is pretty much game over.
Yeah, he's going to pick up and hang fire, right?
Yeah, like even if you... Like, the thing is, if you hand off and you waste the reroll, you kind of still have to score, because
he's going for it. This is it.
Wow.
This is
Handoff's
scary,
good.
but he gets
2
it.
GFIs to win the game.
With a reroll in hand, I don't like this play, but that's the play we're going for. He did make the hand of the tough part
Here
without
we
the
go.
reroll.
And he's in.
And he wins the game.
The farm animals, that's an upset. Not many predicted them to win. Didn't even need the wizard in the end.
Nice use of bank money.
Just don't roll ones.
I don't think I would have gone for that. I think rolling another turn would have been safer. But it proved to be enough to win this game. 3-2 to the farm animals against SeanMan.
Man, only 5 armor breaks for the rats. Not the usual standard. But yeah, that's a win for Chabxxu, which means he goes on to face Horny Cricket in the round of 32. That's the winner of REL's top division. It's a serious old Necro team, the Necronomics. Good luck in that one, Chabxxu. You're going to have your work cut out, but anything is possible. SeanMan falls at the first hurdle, which is a surprise, really, because he was on point. Only lost one game. Yeah, only lost one game. And a lot of people had SeanMan, I can't remember who it was yesterday, saying that they had SeanMan down as a dark horse to win the whole tournament.
I think Steve said that SeanMan is in his list, in his small list for potential Super Bowl winners, but...
We got to ask Chabxxu why he didn't just bolt the one-turner.
Like, why didn't... we had a lot of times in the cast where we felt like you didn't respect the natural one-turner enough, And if you did end up losing that toss in overtime, you could have just lost it without even having a shot to use the wizard.
Yeah, that was the thing. If SeanMan had won the toss, that game was over, and there was no chance of using the wizard at all. So there we go. That's an REL versus REL game in the round of 32. So congratulations to Chabxxu. I'm trying to work out who I think I predicted SeanMan to win that. So it's another loss for me in the tipping competition. Well done, me.
You got the last one.
I did get the last one. So there we go. There is that. So that is it for Rebels Super Saturday. We've had all sorts of games today. Almost through the round of 64 now. Plenty of Blood Bowl still to come. Let me have a look at the calendar. What is on next? Well, as we move into Sunday, what will that be? It's 3 a.m. UTC, so 4 a.m. my time. So you're looking at 4.5 hours. You've got another double header. Fiction is taking on Julia, and that's a Necro versus Necro mirror match, in which Fiction has 2 strength 4 wolves, which are horrible. So you'd expect Gloom and Zoom to come out on top there, but you never know. And another great game going on Crusaders channel as well, which is School of Dance versus Skinky Island Boys. Morka with the Wood Elves scoring more touchdowns than I think anyone's ever seen in a Rebel season. His touchdown difference was something like plus 24. It was pretty mental. But Skinky Island Boys are a very good lizard team, so more lizards, hooray. Tomorrow afternoon, we've got A-Grain versus Andy Darvo, and then the Goblins are in action as well, the Stunty Cup winners, which I think we're all very much looking forward to. So that'll be it for me tonight. Gerber and Jimmy, thank you very much for joining me for that one.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you here. Lots of people in chat tonight as well, which is great. Glad to see you guys are loving the Rebel playoffs as much as I am. It's all been pretty good so far. I'm going to heartily recommend that you go back and watch some of the earlier games if you get a chance. Particularly the Wood Elf versus Amazon game between Viajero and Fall. It was
Luminous game was also pretty intense, if you would like to watch that one.
Yeah, the Luminous game was really good too for high quality Blood Bowl. But Stouticus, thanks for the resub. And then we had lots of hosts from VG Purist, from Sage, from Hindus, and there was a Chaos Ubaloo as well, who essentially handed me the audience back after I handed it to him temporarily. And Fiction as well. Plenty of people hitting the follow button. Thank you for that, and that will be it for me tonight. I don't know when I'm back. I don't think I'm doing the game tomorrow, so might be Monday. If not, it'll be for the round of 32. But, yeah, stay tuned. There'll be more Rebel action on the way. I think in about 4.5 hours. If you're still awake, then I won't be. But there you go. All right, so I'll leave you with the intro. Which one do we want? Do you want the standard one or do you want the playoff one?
The playoff one.
Playoff one?
We see the standard one a lot. It's been around for a while.
No, we're all done with that one now. That one's boring. Right. Okay, we'll have the playoff intro. I will catch you all next time. .370 coaches entered Rebels Season 8, the biggest season on record. Now, just 61 remain, all with their eyes on one prize. After a grueling season, their biggest challenge now lies ahead of them.
Man. Oh, Nemo, no! Nemo! You were the chosen one!
Over the next 6 weeks, prepare to experience the highs and the lows of Knockout Blood Bowl. Drama is guaranteed. Welcome to the place where heroes are born. Welcome to the place where legends are made. Yasin scores!
You've done it!
Welcome to the Rebel Playoffs.
belt dodge. But he's dead! And Stinger Bell is dead as well! Two-layered convoy's team is falling to pieces.
Whoa! Fillet me gnome!
Why would you apple that skin? It's a skin!
Unbelievable, Jeffrey!
This is so tense! 2+ pick up fails! You Norse are the champions.